Hello, my name is Darren. I'm a retired Navy veteran who served from 1989 to 2010. The first 10 years I worked as an electrical engineer working on the main engines on frigates, cruisers, and destroyers. A lot of walking on steel and crawling around on bilges and all the fun that entails. September 11th hit and I changed my job over to Military Master at Arms and did law enforcement for the next 10 years. And served in Italy, Persian Gulf, Bahrain, you name it, everywhere. And that was a lot of walking on concrete with bulletproof vest and gear and pretty much everything a law enforcement officer wears today. Your gun, your handcuffs, your baton, you name it. Well, all that pounded on steel and walking around steel and walking around concrete caused a degenerative disc disease in my lower back and neck. I've had doctors tell me that I'm one step off a tall curb away from being paralyzed. My lower back causes, my left leg is weaker than my right, causes sciatic nerve pain in my left leg cramps in my left leg. For my neck, it's my right arm. There's days where I can't even lift a coffee cup right-handed. So in 2019, we moved out of California, seeing the writing on the wall, and then moved on to a 6-acre farm in central Kentucky. Sea story. Everybody loves a good sea story. In '94, I was on a destroyer, and we pulled into port down in Norfolk, Virginia, and we pulled up next to a decommissioned ship. And when you pull into port like that, you have to what they call rig shore power, which is basically like a giant electrical extension cords from the pier to the boat. And what I mean by giant is these things are about big as around a softball, and they weigh 20 pounds per foot. And we had to bring them, the shore people brought it from the pier to the first boat, and we had to carry them up to the second boat, or to our boat. And during the evolution, I did something to my back, and I think that's probably what started everything off. Couldn't even stand up straight. Couldn't even lift my legs up to get over the kick plates on the boat. But for the next 8 to 10 weeks, I'm walking around on the ship. Medics back then, Motrin was the wonder drug. So medics back then had me on 1,600 milligrams of Motrin every 4 hours just to be able to move. And eventually it worked itself out. I'm actually surprised I have a liver. But eventually the pain subsided and I was able to get back to work. But that's probably the first time I injured my back with the military, was doing that kind of stuff. Hey. So second sea story, I was over in Italy and somebody had mopped the floor and didn't bother telling anybody. I came whipping around the corner and slipped and landed flat on my back, all gear on, fun stuff. I couldn't hardly move, ended up going to the emergency room, and they took x-rays, and they said, yeah, I could have some compressed disc. Well, my vertebrae had compressed itself. I get called the next day from a radiologist who wants me to come in for a CT scan, and they discovered a tumor the size of a softball on my right adrenal gland. Well, long story short, they got the tumor out, and everything's fine. I'm still here. But they never did fix my back. So it is what it is. Priorities, I guess, right? So again, huge thank you to the Independence Fund for making this happen, allowing me greater freedom and mobility on the property to get things done, to actually work the farm, which is going to be awesome if I don't fall down this hill. And thank you to Action Track Chair for putting it together and making it all work. Can't thank you guys enough. And if you want to donate to a veterans cause or donate to a veterans group or a group that helps people, consider the Independence Fund. I'll put a link below to their website. It's just amazing. And thank you so much.